Yeah.
Hello, everyone. This is the Diva Days of Our Lives, and thank you for joining us today. And we have Marianne here.
Hi, everyone. You can find me at mama_hooch on Twitter and
Facebook.
Instagram.
And
Facebook.
Jen's here too.
Hi, I'm at RXJDK at Twitter.
Anna got transferred out of Mealzoween. We don't know where she is right now because, she's deep undercover assignment with the ISA. So she won't be joining us tonight. But I'm right here at the Brady Pub, so you can find me right here. Yeah, I figured I was looking at my clothes in the back. Yeah. So I'm at Diva of DOOL. That's pretty much the only place I'm at. I'm not. Oh, Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Diva Days of Our Lives, and we go live there when the show records live, and also Twitter. We should be on there live too. So did you guys watch all the episodes this week?
Yep.
Oh, Marianne,
yes.
I have to tell you, we had a big cliffhanger on the show last week, but it's going to have to be continued. I was asking everyone if they've been to a wedding where it was interrupted. Yes, so we see that all the time on days. Yeah, so Anna said she was a guest at a wedding. It wasn't interrupted, but the bride went through with the wedding and then refused to go on the honeymoon. And I guess that was the end of the marriage.
Oof.
Oh, my.
So I'm like, Anna, you have to find out what happened. I want to know. Why did she call off? Why'd she go through the wedding?
Definitely.
Yeah, what happened at the reception?
They had the reception, yeah.
Did they even have the reception?
She went through the whole day. And that's it.
Oh.
Yeah. What did she find out?
Maybe she caught him with the maid of honor.
So I asked, what happened?
Or the best man.
Oh,
you never know.
Yeah, Anna said it was a while ago. She was a +1, basically. So she didn't know the couple. She was like, guest. Yeah. And I said, well, can you ask the person who took you? And she's like, no, that they aren't speaking. So, but if it was me, I would go through that person's Facebook friends and see if I could find somebody from the couple who got married. Like, I would investigate. So, because I'm nosy.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was the big cliffhanger last week. So, do you have a kitty cat t-shirt on? Marianne? What's on your Yeah.
Me? Oh, no. This t-shirt is from my Grand Canyon trip.
Look at the bottom of it.
It's the Grand Canyon, and it says the Hourglass, Days of Our Lives, and it's Teo and Leanne, Susan,
cool.
Judy, and Matt Ashford, and Melissa Reeves.
Yeah, could you lift it up a little more? We can't see the bottom.
The Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I can stand up.
Okay. Oh, that's really cool. How neat. That's awesome.
What does it say? I think it says Grand. Legends in the Canyon 2024.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then it's the Grand Canyon up here, and then there are pictures. Yeah. So I wear it around the house. So I thought, this is appropriate. I'll wear it. I have a bunch of dates. I should wear what do I have? Get that one. I have one that says "Get Tony out of jail." I mean, that was like way back. Remember, we did those campaigns.
Oh, that's funny.
And things. I have that one. So yeah, I have different ones.
Yeah. Oh. I have one somewhere. It says, "If these are the days of my life, my entire life is a soap opera."
That's a good one.
Yeah. I have one that says the 50th, and
so this week, I wanted to mention before I forget, there was an actual fan shout out. Jason 47 was mentioned, but what they call him, Jason 32 or Jason 23? Yeah.
Jason
47 is the big stats guy. as far as there's anything statistical has to do with Days of Our Lives and casts and who's having an anniversary and how many episodes they've done and who appeared in what episode. And so that was really nice. They gave him a shout out like that. They could have said Jason 47 though. I mean, that would have been nice, but everybody knows it was Jason. So good for him. All right. So we started, speaking of weddings, the Arnold and Jada wedding. It's not a wedding.
That was not.
So we knew there was multiple ways they were going to stop the wedding. Didn't know how, if Rafe was going to show up or if the spoilers were saying Rafe was going to show up. And then and then Leo
saw him escape.
Learned he was out Arnold for cheating on Jada the night before. And it turns out she got detained and for questioning. It's like you couldn't have let her go through the ceremony. But I guess, Arnold wouldn't have let that happen anyway. But yes, so now she's being accused of being a dirty cop.
Yes. So EJ must have got something on her or made something up.
No.
They haven't told us yet, right? What's in there?
No, they just said she cut corners on
find that out.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Rafe didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they all haven't done it.
They aren't constantly covering for their relatives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for maybe Roman.
Oh.
Oh, he's in
poor Roman. He's off somewhere.
He's visiting Rex.
Where is he? He's still visiting, right?
Visiting Rex.
Yep.
Rex. Okay. Yeah, Kate told us that.
Yeah, it was so odd. So they had that on Monday, and then the entire storyline was dropped until Friday. I'm like, that's, I wanted to see that storyline keep going, and then the rest of the week was body and soul, basically. And then Friday it wrapped up. Jada wasn't arrested or anything. She just put on leave, and she's still hanging out at Rafe's house. So, and then Steve's the one who basically clued her in that it sounds like EJ was behind all this, which I'm not sure why she didn't figure that out. Whenever I get hope for Jada, her cells malfunction or something.
Yeah, Steve thought of EJ right away.
Yeah, he's got a motive.
That's what makes sense.
Means.
Yeah. Right.
And remember, Steve's been in Salem for like how many years? And he knows the Demiras.
He was there before EJ was conceived. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that pretty much held that. Oh, and Arnold's still hanging out at the hotel. And no one, it's weird though, because like no one's like in his, you would think someone would be in his face, like, what the hell are you doing? Why'd you do that for? But his cover is he didn't think, it was almost like he's saying it was like a bet and he didn't think there'd be any evidence against her. Which just still doesn't make any sense. You don't investigate your fiance, hoping you find something.
Oh, he kept saying, well, I knew I didn't think I'd find anything. And she still has to think. You could see that Galen's playing it. You can see the difference between the two. And he's not acting like Rafe at all. There's so many clues, and she still hasn't figured that out.
Well, neither has Steve.
There's people in town who were around Arnold the last time, and nobody figured it out. So, oh well. So, anything else about the Jada Rafe of it all?
My question is, what's she doing in a tank top in the middle of winter?
And why are none of the guys wearing shirts at all? Like, I don't get it. Even Philip was shirtless with his mom.
Yeah.
Yes, really.
I don't mind it, but it's like, it has to make sense. You're in Illinois in February and you're not wearing a shirt inside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that cracked me up. All right. Yeah, so I guess we can go to the body and soul. So do we think this is getting wrapped up?
Well,
Kind of sounds like it, you know. Charger. Yeah, kind of sounds like it is. I don't know, you know, because of all the, I guess I could say that maybe somehow that's why it gets canceled, because even didn't Kate say something about maybe we should just, you know, the problems that they've been having. It's maybe this was a bad idea. Maybe we should stop
basically
it.
What happened was everybody was sent scripts with a poison on it that was activated. If you touched it, you absorbed it into your body. And everybody was freaking out because the writer of the scripts was killing off all the characters. So it was really stupid stuff. Like Joy, who just found out she was pregnant, got in a car accident and gave birth, and the baby lived, and Joy died, and then Arrow died.
And Alex.
And then Cassandra died, and then Charlemagne died, and then poor was it Blake Vermore? He died after.
Yeah, he thinks he's such a great actor.
He was though. So Johnny's feeding his ego of Seth Burns. Yes, so they all thought they were getting killed off, so Hattie shows up to Leo's hotel room and let them have it. Because
Leo didn't know anything.
Yeah, they all thought it was Leo killing them off, you know, and he had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, so it was weird. So Hattie looked like she died, or she stopped breathing, and Leo just decided just to say how much he liked her and give her any medical attention at all whatsoever.
He just thought she was dead. That was weird. He didn't even check to see if she was dead.
I know. I'm like, did I miss him checking?
He just said she stopped breathing.
I didn't see it. You know,
people stop breathing.
Or it could have been so faint he couldn't tell, but they needed some reason, I guess, for him to
eulogize her.
Feelings or whatever. Between her and Marlena, you know, his two BFFs.
I kind of like that relationship.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think it's really that way between Greg and Deidre.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they kind of wrote that all in there.
Leo was wearing gloves the whole time. So you have half-naked men in other scenes, and here's Leo, for no reason at all, wearing gloves in his hotel room. And I thought it was funny because they had Deidre lying there on the hotel bed. He was like... I don't know how...
I think they did that with the gloves, like to throw people off, thinking that he was the one that was making the X's. You know, because it was somebody with black gloves on.
Not, though, for him to poke her in the face, though.
Yep.
That he was just being irritating.
Yeah.
He was improvising.
It was funny. I enjoyed that. So,
I love the suit. You gotta love his suit.
Oh, the suit. Oh, yeah. His clothes choices.
Yeah, that's why he needs to give Javi a makeover. Get Javi out of the tank tops, give him some clothes. Yeah, so Hattie, good for her, she ends up breathing again on her own. Aww.
It heard every word.
Yeah, so Johnny gets ill, and Chanel takes him to the hospital. Alex gets ill, and Stephanie's there to take care of him.
Yep. After he just got out of bed with Joy.
Yeah. And did you know by the end of what was it, Thursday, I guess? I kept thinking, what about Joy? You just gonna let her die? Nobody's until like the next day. It dawned on Alex, like, wait a minute, Joy.
Yeah.
I thought, did they forget about? There's one more.
Maybe
what are you gonna do about Joy?
Two women like he thinks he can.
I don't know. So they go.
Well,
they
that's
went
the
over
thing.
and
When you
saved
remember
her.
Joy, he was like about ready to have sex with Stephanie, and it's like, are you really gonna have sex with two women in one day?
Yeah. Well, we've seen that happen before.
That's true.
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
For two women at the same time.
Oh, no.
Hey.
I don't even want to think about that. That was
probably the longest gratuitous sex scene I've ever seen on Days of Our Lives. That was. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Speaking of Joy and Alex, Joy thinks they're in a relationship and wanted to go to New York City with him and introduce him to her family.
Yes. And yeah. And he didn't, she should have got a clue when he said no. No.
Yeah, that's a red flag. If your man doesn't want to meet your family, you're not in a relationship.
Yeah.
No. He's scared of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she still thought, when he came and saved her, you saved me. And at that point,
it's still on my bucket list to go on the Empire State Building for Valentine's Day. For like Sleepless in Seattle. Cool. That's still on my bucket list. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, so. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I thought she was going for. But then she threw in her parents, and like, oh no, wrong road. But I mean, I don't think he was even ready for the New York City thing. Mm-mm.
Oh
yeah, no, because he was still, he had
that's
Stephanie
what
on
got me
his
confused.
mind.
I thought he had a sort of commitment with Stephanie. She decided she's going to quit her job so they can be together. I thought he agreed to all that. Where'd Marianne go? Oh, there you are. Yeah.
There's your back.
Yeah. Oh, my low battery. Wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm going to plug it in.
I'm here. I thought they committed to being together.
I didn't realize.
But then next thing you know, he's in bed with Joy. And I'm like, I thought he agreed to be with Stephanie. Okay.
Yep. It's like we missed an episode somewhere.
Or the writers messed up. I don't know. I think they have too much going on sometimes. Or they'll leave like one storyline for a while, and it's a while till they come back to it.
Yeah, it's just that
sometimes
when Stephanie told Alex what she did, he seemed like shocked. It's like, she told you this. We all saw it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she quit, right? That's because at first that's why they couldn't be together, because they were. But here's the thing: why?
No,
is it because she was head of HR?
Because she was publicity.
But they had no problem with Joy and Alex sleeping together.
Yeah, she's an independent contractor. She's a publicist. So they're her client. So I don't think there's an issue. But I don't.
But Kate, and Abe, they were all upset about that, but yet they know about Alex, and that's what didn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Or maybe they just gave up. Said, you know what, they're going to do whatever they want anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
The more you protest, the more they do.
Yeah. So Stephanie told Kate and Abe she quit, and she basically got all this work done. But she was talking about the Emmys, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I already, have submissions and stuff lined up." And they're like, Kate's like, "Why? It's not for a couple months." And she said, "Yeah, she's planning on quitting." So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But she replaced herself.
Stephanie, I mean, they're writing everybody so badly. Stephanie is so clueless. Would you give up being a publicist for a soap opera for a man? And then Joy, who thinks she's in a relationship with Alex, And Alex seems to have no clue what the hell's going on, period.
No.
So do you think Joy's going to go to the dark side?
Probably.
Once she, because, we know she saw them two kissing right at the end. I'm there, wait, she just, she's wills herself out. I said, oh, bother. And she's supposed to be sick or almost died. Here she is up walking around.
Justin needs to smack some sense into Alex.
I just don't think Alex isn't worth her going crazy over. I mean, they were together for a week or so.
No.
Yeah, it's not like they were like engaged or together for years or they were they even dating? I think they were just sleeping together. I didn't think
I felt bad for her, but she got
about
played.
it.
But at the same time too, Kate warned her.
Yeah.
Kate.
She did.
Yep.
Yeah. She told her like what Alex was like.
Yeah.
Alex and Stephanie are both the same.
Yep.
Could be together. They are both the same with relationships anyway. Although I have to admit, those are the two that I like them from the beginning.
Yeah.
When they paired, they seem to be right for each other.
Yep. The two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, I think Alex needs to get back to Marlena though. He might.
Oh yeah. And Stephanie needs to too.
Yeah, I think actually, Marlena should just have a big group session with all the kids in town. Oh, actually, including Belle. And
Belle's another story.
Dumb.
Can you guys keep your panties on for a little bit?
Nope.
Yeah, really. Even though she goes to tell EJ no more.
Nope.
But that didn't last too long, did it?
That's when you text no more.
Yeah.
Don't even go there.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of like them together. I did before, when it happened before. And then it kind of stopped it, and now they're back with it. So is Sammy, I guess, going to get wind of it? Because her name keeps coming up.
Well,
so
we
know
her
she's
name
coming
3
back.
times, like Beetlejuice, she shows up, so.
Yeah. They've been saying her name.
And it's going to be Hurricane Sammy.
I thought Allison was supposed to come back this winter. I don't remember when, though. But I remember her saying she said she was filming something, like the storyline was something she's never had to deal with before. So I didn't know. Maybe it's the John situation. That's what I kind of thought. But I thought she was coming back soon. Yeah, but I think
definitely came back for that. So, which I think that's been filmed already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think we see that around
I thought she was back sooner than June.
I think.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe.
I don't think she was on for long, though. But yeah, it was her homework movie. I think that came out this week. So, okay. Yeah, so there's Belle and EJ. Oh, Sean and Chanel.
Chanel, we thought Chanel and Sean. Remember? I don't know. I missed last week, so I don't know if you guys talked about that, but was that last week or this week?
Last week. He put a stop to it.
So yeah, he put a stop. But remember, we thought that they were going to sleep together, and I thought, oh no.
Yeah, he's not a rapist.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, Sean was a gentleman. And of course, he was still half naked at Hope's house, and she was half naked at Hope's house. So, but yeah. So that was basically a non-starter. Nothing really happened. And the weirdest thing, though, was Sean and Belle were at the police department, and Belle, they were talking about, like, Sean walked in when, EJ and Belle were leaving. Obviously spent the night. And he seems so okay about it. I thought that was strange. He was not the least bit upset.
No. And I think it kind of bothered Belle. I'm sure it did.
Yeah. But this week, he was upset and he told Belle, you better stop lying to yourself.
Oh, I forgot that part.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. He's got a brain, at least, somewhat.
Yeah. No, that's good advice. Belle should just...
I don't know. They still might have them
Probably.
two
I
get
mean,
back
they still
together.
have a fan base, so they're probably still
Yeah.
engaged. Yeah. So, well, maybe Jada will end up with Sean, since...
Yeah. I like those two together. Jada and Sean.
I guess it depends on how long this Arnold situation goes on. If Rafe doesn't show up anytime soon, how... Yeah, how Ron writes, she should be, having revenge sex with somebody. Because this whole show is revenge sex, and it's stupid.
I am liking the show.
Yeah, that was nice.
So. Yeah. That's a character I miss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rafe is still locked up in the basement. But it was nice to eat you, though. He got him a really nice breakfast, so that was good. I mean, if you keep me hostage, but you give me bacon, I'm fine with that. I'll take bacon.
Oh, and then EJ, was that last week or this week? He came in with the birthday hat on?
Oh, last week.
Was that last week? Okay.
I don't know what it is, why they like prop hats on this show. It's kind of weird. Because they always try to put Tony in a hat. They always try to put Victor in a hat. Goofy hat. Yeah, I don't get their obsession with goofy hats. It's a little weird. All right. Oh, and Chanel and Johnny reconciled this week. She moved back home and she forgave him.
Because she saw how close she came to doing the same thing that he came close to, but didn't do. So, but she was really mad at him because he lied about it. Why didn't, and I see her point. She's like, why didn't you just come to me and ask me? But whatever, so. And she fessed up to him what she did too,
Yeah. So, and in another dumb move, in the spoilers next week, they decide to have a baby. I know. It's like you barely made it. You almost. She was just trashing him at a bachelorette party 2 days before.
Yep. You live in a house of horrors. Why bring a baby into that house?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, having a baby is not a good idea when your marriage is not stable. You need to wait a little bit. Calm down. I don't get it. I don't know. Oh, so Abe's the one who figured out who poisoned the scripts and the cupcakes.
Oh, yes. Good old Abe.
Yeah. Well, if I were a cop, I'd lock down Bayview.
And he was smart enough to call Paulina before he went.
Yeah. I have to say, I thought James Reynolds did a great job, though. His acting was very good. So he showed up at Bayview, and apparently Whitley's just running the place, practically. And somehow she stole these drugs from the drug dispensary there and did all her dirty work for the Bayview.
But she could slip in and out because she's been good, she said, I guess, and they don't really pay much attention to her. So I guess she's able to get out.
Yes.
Oh, and she knew this. Oh, that's where Jason 32 came in. She knew the schedule or what was going on, like with Bonnie.
Yeah.
Something about on his website. She saw the schedule or something. She was able to read it or something.
I'm sure
and so she knew
they got cracked down on, but there were a lot of times we all saw spoilers because someone thought their script was out of the camera angle and they posted online. It happens. It used to happen. I think last one I remember is when the woman who played Sloane showed a picture of a script, and it was Sloane and Eric talking about a baby, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, they're having a baby." So, yeah, I think that was before Sloane's character got pregnant. That was the last one I remember that was a big storyline leak. So, the thing is, though, too, is the actors forget what's airing right now. You know what I mean? But still, though, if you have a script, they should know, all right, no one's going to see this for 9 months. They probably shouldn't.
They get confused because they're so far ahead.
Even cast lists or wardrobe, or even when they take picture in the makeup room. I mean, you have to be careful. Yeah, because there's paperwork all over the place that people can read. I give people a lot of credit. They will zoom in and do all this fancy stuff the computer do to look for who's on like the hair and makeup list that day, or who's sitting in the chair, or whose reflections in the mirror, and you can only see their back of their head and trying to figure out what it is. It's impressive. It's very impressive. So but I haven't seen that happen lately. They've been cracking down on that one pretty good. Yeah, so Abe confronted Whitley, and I think that's literally the only episode she's in.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, I like how she said why she was so upset, because it wasn't like her soap, and it was horrible, and she didn't like the storylines. She didn't like the recast. You keep recasting everybody. I'm there. She's saying everything that Days fans. So Ron hears it, because everything that she said is exactly what we say. You know, but why we get fed up with
we don't go around poisoning people.
Well, no, but one crazy fan, and there are
wonder
crazy fans out
any
there.
Of the crazy stuff he had Whitley do was stuff that actually happened and we don't know about.
Oh, I would be, or either they get some kind of letter.
Letters, but whenever they attempted poison. I know.
They're real people.
We've met some crazy Days fans.
Oh yeah. Yes, I've run into some of them too. Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Have nothing to do with some of them anymore.
I'll be leaving now.
I'm gonna mute you on all social media and unfollow you and unfriend you. Your little Looney Tunes, yes.
Yeah. It's scary.
Whoa. Yes. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, Chad and Julie. So Julie's still. Yeah, I felt bad. She can't basically her bed.
Yeah.
So she's been curling up on that chair.
Right.
And Chad's talking to her, wants her to go back and to get some help. And and for some reason she is okay with Chad pursuing Kat.
Yeah, she hasn't totally forgiven her, but she can understand, and she's okay with it. Yeah. Well, that's a whole setup for, we know where this is going. Because then Kat talking to Felicity, and she asked her if she likes him, like a boyfriend. And she told him yes.
I've never seen so much talking about a couple that's not a couple on the show.
Yeah.
No.
They're not even no. But he's going to fall for her, and then suddenly
I might actually
Abigail will be back.
rooting for Abigail to come back.
Yes, I'm
just
rooting
for
Abigail to come back.
The storyline. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of like Kat, but I don't like her with Chad.
That's true. There are other men out there she can date.
Yeah. And she's not related to anybody.
Plus. Yeah, and there's plenty of single men. There's EJ, there's Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of guys she could date. That's a good point. Oh, and we found out Felicity has a boyfriend. And she got him by sharing her meatloaf sandwich with him. So that's a good way to get a boyfriend, meatloaf sandwich.
Yeah, I like Felicity. She's
Actually,
cute.
I think the first meal I cooked for my fiance was meatloaf because I know I'm very good at cooking meatloaf. So it does work, ladies. Yes, cook with meatloaf. So yeah, they were cute. So Ava wakes up in Aramid and she meets the lady in white and figures out she's Rachel's grandma. So, yep, that's still dragging on. And we see at the DeMera mansion, Brady and Kristen are there and they're talking. Kristen goes into the foyer. There you go. I couldn't think of the word. And goes through Rachel's backpack and finds the scrapbook and and Ava's phone that Brady just texted. So she goes to Aramid and finds Ava tied up. And we think maybe she's going to let her go, but no.
Nope.
Yep. Kristen's not going to learn. That's not a way to get Brady back.
No.
But they're leaning towards that again. Rachel get them back together. Now she's got her mother and her grandmother. And two of a kind. I guess that is her grandmother for sure. Do we know for sure, or is it just a funny old lady?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
No, Kristen thinks that's her mother. Yeah. And then that's how it ended. And then Steve's the one who figures out that Ava did not go to Hong Kong because he called Trip and Trip said, yeah, she's not here. And he figured out something's going on with Ava. So finally, someone's getting clued in here that people don't leave town via text message or a handwritten note. If you're going out of town, you usually tell people and you pack a bag. Yeah. So, of course, Gabby hasn't figured out yet that Stefan didn't leave out of his own free will either. So, yeah, so Steve is going to help Jada and he's going to help Brady find Ava. So he's going to be busy. He's going to make a lot of money for Black Patch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And then, I can't even read my handwriting. I have something about Paulina and Rafe.
Paulina
I think Paulina...
Fake Rafe?
Commissioner's job.
She offered it to Arnold. That's right. Yep. But Paulina, typical politician. She's throwing Jada under the bus. Yep. She threw Rafe on.
Yeah, that was that was EJ and Arnold's plan. I mean, EJ's plan to do that. And then once he gets in there, he wants to reinstate or get rid of Belle and reinstate EJ.
So EJ's sleeping with Belle, and he's gonna screw her over. Job. And EJ doesn't need this job. He can get a job. No, he could do something else.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't. He's not making a lot of money. He's probably making 6 figures. That's about it. He doesn't. $100,000 a year is not going to make or break him. I don't get it. And Kate even said too. She's when Kate was talking to Philip, I think did you guys think she's on board with Titan taking over DeMera?
She's tentatively on board.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because she said she gave up her shares to EJ.
Yeah, mailed her out of them.
Yeah, I guess they would be through Andre, I guess, but yeah. So She's not involved. I don't think Chad's involved with the Damaris anymore either, is he? Did he give up his shares?
Shares. But the thing is, though, Kat was marrying Chad to get a piece of Demera pie, so I'm assuming Chad still had shares.
Oh, Chad does. Yeah, that was the whole thing for Clyde.
But I don't remember if Tony still has shares or if he turned his over too. I'm confused.
Yeah, I think he still does.
Yeah, Tony still has them, I think.
Yeah.
I think he does, yeah. Somehow I thought Chad, but I definitely Kate did. How about Johnny? Johnny still does, or did he? See, I don't know.
There's Theo, and there's also Theo, Peter, too. And then Benji's kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was kind of, at first, I thought she was going to chastise Philip and say, no, don't do it. It's too dangerous. Considering that's her baby. But she was kind of like, go for it. I'm not going to lose any money on it, so go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sarah. I loved it.
She did tough.
Yep.
Yeah. She wasn't whiny. She wasn't whiny. She was like,
you can do it or else.
She flat out told Phil, I own you. Like, if Sarah turns into a mob wife, I would be freaking thrilled. That'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah. She might turn out to be worse than Xander.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing is she wants Philip to keep Xander in line and not to, take over Demera. So I don't know what Philip's going to do now, because he agreed with Xander. So now is he going to is he going to try to back out of it?
She's Xander's wife.
I know.
She can actually deal with her own husband. She doesn't have to use her brother-in-law to make her husband behave. She could try to make her own husband behave. That was the only thing that had bugged me. That, it made it seem like she was going to be supportive no matter what Xander did, but just work against him behind his back. And I didn't like that. And if you don't like what he's doing, say it to his face. But
oh, yeah.
Xander's not going to listen anyway. He never does. He never learns. He's another one.
No, but I
he always gets himself in trouble.
She's like, I own you, Philip. Like, yes. That was
oh, yeah.
That was my favorite Sarah so far. All right. Anything else that happened this week?
Not that I can think of.
Yes.
Can't think of anything. Oh, about anybody like Kayla's dress? Talk about the fashion. I like that. The pink dress?
Yes, that was pretty.
I mean, it looked nice on her sometimes, yeah.
I like this dress, too.
Yeah, the wedding dress was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The wedding dress was pretty, yeah.
I think Paulina was a little too much, though, for the wedding. I mean, like, if you're performing the ceremony, you should be a bit drab. You shouldn't be so fabulous and sparkly. I think that was a little much. Because you're drawing attention to yourself, and people are supposed to be, looking at. Right.
Paulina is always too much.
Yeah.
But there's times that's not appropriate.
Yeah,
like,
always.
If you're officiating a wedding or if you're going to a funeral, you probably shouldn't.
That's true.
Be so sparkly. Yeah, so next week, like I said, Brady and Steve team up, look for Ava. Oh, this spoiler drove me nuts. Holly and Tate.
Yeah.
Going to celebrate their first Valentine's together. Yeah.
We all know what Holly wants.
Yep.
Like, what the F? He has another woman pregnant.
Yeah, Tate, what do you think? Yes. Look what happened when you did that with...
Yes, it caused nothing but problems.
Careful this time.
And you only had sex with that girl twice.
Right.
Not with that.
I mean, I don't get it. I mean, Holly, seriously, you're a young girl. Run from this.
Run for your life.
Well, Maggie figured it out, I guess, in that little
Maggie
clip.
reminds her Tate is going to be a father soon. Like, why do you want to be involved in that mess? There's other men out there that don't have babies on the way. And you're going to be sharing your time with this man and his baby. So, I don't understand. Now she wants to have sex.
Nope.
So has Tate and Sophia that now it's adoption, right? Is that what they're thinking? But somebody other than her mother.
Yeah. But they don't know if her mother's going to go along with it.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be interested in anything.
Huh?
Yep, and then next week, John and Chanel decide to try to have a baby.
Maybe Johnny and Chanel's the one that will adopt.
Oh.
Tate and... I don't know. Like, maybe she won't be able to or have problems.
She already had a miscarriage. So.
I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know if that's...
That'd be weird, though. So you're going to have...
be kind of...
They're related.
Right? They're
Brady...
Wait.
Johnny and Tate, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Through Sammy, right?
Sammy and they're cousins.
They're kind of like second cousins, something like that. Yeah, they're cousins.
No, they're real cousins. Cause to Roman and Kim.
Well, Sammy and Teresa are cousins.
Sammy and Brady being half siblings.
So they're like second cousins or first cousins once removed or something. Johnny and Sammy.
I was so confused. That's what happens when you... Like, I was thinking of Sammy and Brady being half siblings. I forgot Sammy and Teresa were cousins. So, like...
They're cousins, yeah.
Sammy and Brady aren't anything.
Oh, that's true. They're steps.
Yeah,
they're
Sammy
steps.
and Brady aren't.
Okay,
they're step brother and sister.
Yeah, Brady and Teresa got married. Which side of the aisle would Sammy be on? But I guess she would. Well, that's true. But she's closer to Brady though than she is to Teresa, because they were half siblings.
Yeah, well,
that's a coin toss. What side of the aisle would she be on?
Yeah.
Now Carrie and Sammy are
Roman.
Half sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, yeah.
Roman,
yes.
Yeah. I know you have to. Everybody in Salem, you have to stop and think.
I could say too. Never been to a wedding where I was related to the bride and the groom. So I always knew which side.
Oh yeah, and it's not just the Brady's; it's the DeMira side too. You got to think who's all.
I remember.
And the Hortons.
Oh God.
Intermingled with the DeMiras and the Bradys.
I remember I had to do a Salem family tree for a coworker of mine.
That's fun.
Yeah, and the Bradys and the Hortons are very intermixed too. Yeah.
Hope and Belle.
Mm-hmm.
And there was Carrie and Mike, but...
So, it's a lot. Yeah, so that's what we get to look. That's not even anything to look forward to. I can't look forward to that. Can't look forward to Holly and Tate. Holly getting a sex talk from Maggie and Johnny and Chanel deciding to have a baby 5 seconds after they reconciled. No, it's too much. It looks like Kristen's gonna leave Ava high and dry too. No. Oh, one spoiler said EJ shows up at Aramid. Yeah.
EJ. Oh,
but he wouldn't rescue Ava either. He would leave her there too.
No. No.
He's not going to get. Yeah.
He's on Kristen's side for that, anyway. Yeah. Even though Kristen took it, she's still headed to marriage.
Yeah.
So.
I get. Yeah, it's
she
true.
basically
That
took
is a
that
good
from him.
blackmail situation.
Jay.
That's a good thought.
Yeah. If he
You would
wants
think
back
you
into
would.
there.
That's a lot better than DA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Anything else? Any other spoilers? Any rumors?
Not that I know of.
All righty. Well, hopefully Anna will be back at her new undisclosed location, and we can hear her.
Yeah.
And we can hear her thoughts.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.